I'm Nadia. I'm doing biology, chemistry, maths with statistics and RS.
I'm Isra. I'm doing geography, chemistry, maths and physics.
I'm Sabira. I'm doing biology, chemistry, maths and further maths.
I'm Zara. I'm doing chemistry, biology, psychology and RS. I was born in the UK.
I was born in Pakistan.
Me as well. I was born in Pakistan.
I was born in the UK.
I hope to go into university and do something like medicine or chemical engineering, something like that. So something science related.
Yeah, something science related or possibly maths related.
I have no idea.
Me
Yeah.
neither. Not everyone does at this stage, so yeah, I don't know.
You said traditional route. It depends on like the individual's upbringing. So whether that person has allowed, I don't know, parental kind of influence dictate how they wish to pursue careers. That varies depending on the family you're from.
Yeah, we have the same parents, so it's the same thing.
My parents don't really influence me in what I'm doing. They support me for what I want to do. They don't tell me what to do, which is good. That's why I like them.
No, I don't really think I'm influenced because like in my family we have some people are doing science, some people are doing law. It's quite like varied, but I think it's personally what I prefer. Like I like maths and science, so that's probably why I want to go down that.
I think in terms of like genetics and stuff, like my mum and dad, like they just really like science, and like I know that's why maybe I like science, but they've never really said, listen Isra, you must do science. They've never really said that. They've just said whatever you want to do, just do it basically. So yeah, no, I just sort of go with whoever's friendly.
I just go to whoever's nice. Like if you're nice, I like you. If you're not, then unfortunately I don't like you.
You don't
Yeah, when I make friends, I don't really take
Look at
into
race.
consideration
Yeah.
like the race or the. I don't really ask the question, hey, so where are you from? South Asia. I don't really ask
Yeah.
that. Or,
I do get asked like what race I am, but that's not because like if I'm a certain race they don't want to be friends. It's because like they're confused by what race I am.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That seems to be something that's like on the tip of everyone's tongue when you make friends. Not straight away, but it depends on the people. Some group of people want to know where you're from, and they kind of like, I don't know. Sometimes it seems like it resonates in their head, and they kind of have like
Sometimes
a
they just
preconceived
want to
perception.
find out more about
Yeah,
you.
sometimes they just want to find out more about you. But I feel like, wait, what was the question again? Just getting off on a tangent.
I don't know, everyone thinks like I'm Arab or Syrian or something, so
Yeah.
they're usually like, oh, do you speak Arabic? And I'm just like, I'm not Arab. So then they're quite confused. Actually, no, I say I'm from Britain, and then they kind of like laugh, like, yeah, where are you from? So they like kind of,
From.
yeah, from like
Where
your
you from,
parents,
from?
like your roots.
What?
I usually say I'm from Britain again, just to annoy them. But I understand what they're trying to get at, because they just want to know sort of what your background is, so I don't really mind.
I think sometimes people sometimes choose to let where you're from. They choose to relate to that more, and they choose to let that be part of their identity. But I've always thought that I've never actually asked someone like in the first meeting like where are you actually from, because I always thought that that's not. We have a name for that. That's racism. I mean, that's not part of who you are. And some people choose it, but I don't want to make that assumption that they choose to relate to who they are and they choose to let that be like half of who they are. Because otherwise, it's you kind of look at it from perspective that you're already born and who you are is already decided for you, half of it, and what people are going to see. So I always thought that you should be at the liberty to kind of create your own personality, you create your own kind of.
It's interesting.
When you say racism,
Yeah,
do you
yeah.
mean like in an insulting kind of way, or just like kind of jokish way?
Yeah, jokingly, yeah.
Jokingly,
People have called
yeah.
me Packy all the time, and unless they're saying it in an insulting manner, I don't really find it that insulting. Because if they're my friend, that's fine. You know, I'm not really bothered by it, but I don't understand why it's offensive. Why is Packy offensive?
It depends on you. It depends on how
depends.
seriously you take
Do you
yourself and
take
how
it
seriously you
offensive?
take
Yeah.
labels.
Do you guys find the word
If someone
Paki-
called me Paki, I would just say, yes, actually I am. I'm born in
Yeah, I
born in
find it
Pakistan.
annoying more than anything. Like people still use it as something that's intentionally said.
If someone calls me a Packy, I don't know, it depends on their tone, what other words they're using it in, like what the context is.
I don't really mind the term, although I think the thing is, if a Pakistani says it to another Pakistani, it's seen as okay, but if, like, say a non-Pakistani says it, they say Paki, then you just get all of these Pakistanis just turning their head and staring at them like, what did you say? So I think...
What did you just say?
Fortunately, we've never actually, as a family, me and Isra, my other two sisters, and my mum and dad, we've never actually experienced racism in that sense, because we never actually looked like overtly Pakistani, blatantly. So, and we've never come across a situation where that's been the scenario, that there's been some racist remarks, or there's been like a unfair treatment because you're Pakistani. So I feel quite grateful for that. But I have like read books and I've heard my own fair share of stories that have had that very blatantly put out, that people who are from Pakistan are treated extremely differently from how they should be.
I don't think I've ever experienced racism with my family, and I think if I have, then I don't know, it's probably been hidden from me.
But personally, when I was younger, I don't really remember anything. I don't actually remember being Pakistani when I was younger. I didn't really identify myself as a Pakistani. It's only until about high school when everyone all of a sudden started caring about what race you are.
Exactly, yeah. I so agree with that. I think in high school you kind of like, it's that point where you're at that awkward stage and like...
Immature age,
yeah.
That's what you are.
And
when everyone's email address is like 786 Packy or something.
And everyone's just really keen to kind of label everyone, and I've always like found that extremely like frustrating, because it seems like high school is set aside just to have like an entire duration of life people just going around labeling each other, and that played a big role in it as well.
Yes.
From my perspective.
Pakistanis, if you look at the cultural background in actual Pakistan, women don't have as many rights as men. Like, they will say yes they do, but they obviously don't. If you go there firsthand, socially, women don't go out as much. They're not allowed to go out. Some women are allowed to go out without fully covering their face, like niqab in Pakistan. I've seen quite a lot of them, and I think that's what makes females more aspirational. Like, they want to prove you wrong. Like, you have Malala Yousafzai, I think that's her surname. She's really like sort of striving to prove her point that women deserve equal rights and stuff in Pakistan, and education. I think it's the fact that if you don't have something, you'll try your best to prove them, no, I deserve this. So that's kind of why females are
and like males, like the stereotype I've heard is that, oh, you know, the pressures on the male to like kind of get into university and they get a medicine degree. You know that kind of stereotype you've heard probably. But like, so they're kind of expected to like be really into their work, whereas like so that's why maybe perhaps they're not as they're not as like determined as maybe the girls would be, because girls, like, maybe they weren't as expected.
I wouldn't class it as females and males. I think it depends on the individual.
Yeah, same.
Because some people just aren't aspirational in life, and some people just can't be bothered. But then there are other people who really, really want to do well in life, and they try harder. You can't just class it as female and male.
I don't really know many Pakistani males.
I feel like males are expected to be higher up in education, and females try and beat that stereotype. They just try and like be as like successful as they can, just to prove it wrong.
Because the definition of aspiration can be like, it varies between people. What you regard as an aspirational person is something different from what I may regard as an aspirational person.
Because I don't really like the whole idea of a role model, because like looking up to one person, that's just really, I just don't agree with the whole idea of a role model in the first place.
My mom.
Yeah, it depends
on
on
my
what
family.
good one.
Yeah, the woman in my family. I mean, like, okay, people
I
obviously.
feel that too.
Yeah, exactly. So you have like your own kind of unique kind of
Perspective.
Yeah. And then everyone, like, on the outside, would be like, okay, that's cute. But no, seriously, from my family. And because obviously you grow to kind of appreciate more as you grow older, you grow to kind of appreciate the sacrifices they've made, and you grow to appreciate how they've adapted themselves, and how they kind of, or I don't know, how they're always constantly fighting battles.
You sort of get the stereotype of stay-at-home mums, women who just like clean, cook, do what their husbands say, and I think I am different from that. I don't plan on living at home. I want to get my own job. I want to go to uni. I can cook, I can clean, but I see those as life skills, not female skills.
Yeah.
I think everyone should learn to cook, to clean, to just live.
Independently. It should be dictated by traditional values and stuff like that.
I'm not staying at home. Like, I don't want to be a stay-at-home mum. I want to work. I want to like earn. I don't want like my husband to be the breadwinner. I want to like kind of the main breadwinner. I want to be like equal. So I don't know. I want to do my own thing. I want to be independent. I don't want to be the stereotypical Pakistani person who stays at home, spends like 4 hours gossiping to other Pakistani women.
Do you know what, having said that, like, I completely agree with you as well. But I don't think we should disregard anyone who is a stay-at-home mom and who chooses to live that lifestyle, and then they happen to be a brilliant person and they don't have any kind of like, I don't know, but just by saying that you don't want to be a stereotype, it doesn't mean that we're saying that there's anything wrong with the stereotype, because people have different perspectives on how they choose to live their lives, and just because they're living in a separate way and we want to do a different way, it doesn't make us better or any less value. Do you know what I mean, as a person?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if your mom didn't bring you up in the way that she did, then you'd be a different person. Your life would be different.
Personally,
so you can't just undervalue that.
I'm not undervaluing.
I know.
I'm just saying that that's what I want to do.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I wouldn't mind if, like, I got a really nice husband who had a really great job, and he was like, you don't even need to work, just like do what you want, and I would be fine with that. Like, I wouldn't stay at home all day. I would go out and do things. I would take up a hobby or something.
Yeah, basically, I think where you're born doesn't really define who you are. Just basically
Unless you
what
let
we're
it to,
trying to say.
unless you want it to.
So it's I don't know, because where you're born is just. Why would that affect you? Apart from when you get a form, it says where were you born. You just write where you're born because I don't know.
It's a formality.
It's just a formality. It's just But personally, I think
being Pakistani is something that will always kind of be with me. Like, it's not I don't dislike it. It's not I like it. It's kind of part of who I am. So if I wasn't Pakistani, I don't think I'd be the same person I am now. Being the fact that I'm from a Pakistani family and Pakistani roots kind of makes me into who I am now. And I'm quite proud of that, actually. Some people kind of like put down Pakistan a lot, but in a way I'm kind of proud of the fact that I am Pakistani, but I'm also proud of the fact that I'm British as well.
I don't think it really matters about where you're from unless you choose for it to matter. And also, I think the point is embracing it. Like me myself, I haven't been to Pakistan in years, and so I haven't been exposed to the culture or seen what everyone's been talking about so much. And therefore I can't exactly draw a conclusion to how Pakistani I feel, how related, how like in sync I feel with that place, because I haven't actually been so much time. But also I think what matters is how you choose to embrace it, and I'm not ashamed of anything like that. I mean, of course I have like my own perspective of Pakistan as a country, has its doing and stuff like that, but I don't feel like I'm saddled with a nationality or anything like that.
I like it. I don't know, I like having that part of me. Like, being Pakistani doesn't mean that, I'm Pakistani and like I have to represent it in any way. I just personally, as a person, I like everything that comes with being Pakistani. So I like the culture, the clothes, the food, the sense of family that you get. I really like it.
Munch.
What the heck does that mean?
Buffalo in Urdu. Just whenever you go to Pakistan, you always see like buffaloes, and it's like this. It's like what I relate Pakistan to.
Yeah, it's country, it's family, basically. I see it as family.
I see it as my home. Not home, like Britain's my home, but I see it as my mum's home. So it's still me, but it's her.